fuck whoever the fuck I want and still provide for myself.
So, are you taking anybody's side?
Raise your hand if you want to be single and alone at 50.
Hello, today I'm going to be reacting to Fresh and Fitty's video.
Do you think you have more value to a man now or in a year from now?
I think that I am working on being what I want to attract. I think that I'm working on my fitness. I'm working on my mental. I think right now I don't have a clear picture of what that man looks like because I need to get clear on what I need to be at the moment for myself to make myself happy. I won't make myself happy in this state. And then once I'm happy and I'm clear-headed, I'll know what's next in the picture for me. Once I get clear on my career, once I get clear on myself, my self-worth, then I can start to nitpick and choose what I want in my life. So right now the door is closed for a lot of things.
That could take 5 years.
That's right.
Yeah, that could take some
You got
time.
no time.
I don't think that it will.
She's 35 years. Years are going. By the time she's ready, young girls will also be ready. You know, that means the chances of her getting the man of her dreams will be limited. The best thing to do is to be ready anytime, every time. Be ready. Don't close up the doors, because we ladies, we have the thing called time limited. We don't have time. The more we grow, the more we're off the market. And when we are off the market, beautiful girls are coming into the market. That means a man who would get you when you're looking good right now will not pick you when you're 40, 38, you know. And giving birth, by the way, it's also a problem in those years. So the best thing to do is to be ready every time.
I don't think that it will. I think that if I put intense focus on myself, a lot can change in a short amount of time. As long as I don't get distracted.
The thing is, you don't have a lot of time, though.
Oh, I don't have a lot of time. You're absolutely right, which is why I'm choosing the time that I have left to intensely focus on myself. So that I don't put myself in a place where I'm working on myself for the next 6 or 7 years and getting distracted.
So here's the thing. This is where women give each other terrible advice. The man that you probably want is
Didn't you just hear what I said? Right now I don't want anything.
No, I get that. But by the time you're ready to find a guy, he probably won't want you.
Then that's my cross to bear. What's the issue there? Then I'll die an old lady with like 90 cats. But let me get there when I'm ready.
Right, well,
I'm not really sad about it right now. I'll be sad about it later. I'm not going to focus on some fucking emotion I'm going to have in like 10 years.
If you don't try as quick as possible, it may be late by the time you're ready.
I'm focused on the emotions that I have right now.
Well, we know one of the biggest predicators on female happiness is children and a family and having a guy by your side. And I'm saying, if you want to find a guy, you might want to work on it sooner than later. And these things that you mentioned, finding myself, having my career in line and all this other stuff, men don't really care about any of that stuff.
No, I wasn't talking about career-wise and finding myself. I was talking about fitness-wise. I can't expect to say, hey, I want a guy that wakes up at 5 a.m. and goes to the gym and takes pre-workout if I'm not doing that myself. These are hobbies and skills and habits that I need to start building for myself now. Instead of sitting here and telling you, hey, Myron, I really want a guy that makes like $100K a year. He wakes up at 5 a.m. He has all these habits. How the hell am I going to request those kind of things?
Unhappy men in relationships right now with 21 and 22-year-olds. So baby, please don't listen to him. Because
oh my God, she's a bad company. She is a bad company. I'm sure she's this type of ladies who tell you it's okay to be single. It's okay to do this when she's not doing it. Like, she's a bad company for real.
No, I'm not worried about
age. You make yourself happy. That's the only thing that matters.
Dog fart advice.
Period.
She's 34 and single.
And I'm happy, baby.
If you say so.
Not the cat.
Mad guys after me. Ain't giving them time.
That don't mean nothing.
Having guys after you that want sex is nothing to flex
They already
about.
got sex.
Yeah, of course.
And they still want me.
What?
So what?
They want you for more sex.
They already got sex. It's been years. It's been years of sex, and they still want me.
They want
What's the
more
point?
sex.
What?
They want more sex.
Why they want it from a 34-year-old when they can get it from a 21-year-old?
Because the value is not high enough to get the 24-year-old.
Thank you.
I told that first that she must be a bad company. She is a bad company.
Easy.
Yeah,
so
now it's because of that. Because men only look at women for looks. Yeah.
You just said a man has a piss in the park to show his dick in the park.
I just said what I would do if I had a dick for a day.
I know.
That's it.
They know
How you
that for
gonna
you.
calculate
Do you ever want to be married?
Me being with the dude.
Do you ever want
I
to be
was
married?
married for 9 years.
Oh, damn.
I had 2 kids.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
had two
And that
kids with a
shit didn't
husband.
work out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It didn't.
I think, guys, the reason why it didn't work out, it might be even because of that lady, because she has a bad attitude. If she was behaving like this with her man, that's one of the reasons. She's so proud of saying, I can sleep with any man I find.
So now
I
you're
already
free.
went down that route.
So now you're free.
I'm free and I'm fucking living my life and I'm happy as fuck.
So you hated marriage?
I could date whoever the fuck I want. I've never been dumped.
Do you hear that? Then after that, you say that you're ready to settle. So I would want to ask a question. Which kind of a man would fall in love with her or marry her? Because she's so proud of having sex with different men. No man wants to share his woman, but she's busy saying, I can fuck anyone I want. Yes, you can fuck anyone you want, but you lose dignity. You lose the chances of the men who could choose you, because no man wants to choose a woman who sleeps out with different men.
I have dumped every guy I've ever been with.
Well,
Period.
what was the
lesson that
Even
you
you're married?
learned though
That's not
from
really a
Yes.
flex.
relationship?
It's not really a flex.
Well, I don't care if that's not a flex to you. That's your opinion. At
It's-
the end
it's
of the
not
day,
really
all
a
I know
flex.
is that I could get whoever the fuck I want to get whenever I want.
You can get whoever you
Period.
want for sex.
She's crazy and sick. Women are created to loving one person, not saying that, I can sleep with any man I want. I can fuck this one. I can do this. It's not right for a woman. When a woman sleeps out with different men, people don't respect her. And we ladies, we are created to respect ourselves and to make other people respect us. But people are going to respect you when you respect yourself. Okay, on this panel right now, do you think men on that panel can respect her? They can't respect her. They may think they can also sleep with her or something, So
Yes. But,
For sex, for kids,
the
for
key is,
whatever.
can you get a guy, right, that you're actually attracted to and you respect and you admire and love to take you
I
seriously?
did.
Who?
And
You wouldn't have left him if you loved and respected him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nothing lasts forever. Because where are you right now? Are you in a committed, happy marriage?
Yeah, Myron.
Are you? Myron?
Myron.
The male measurement
Myron,
of
the one that
success.
writes a book?
Yeah,
Myron,
see, here's the
committed
difference.
and married?
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Men and women are not the same. We don't have the same sexual goals. Your goal is to find the best guy that you can and consolidate on him. Man's goal is to get as many girls as he
I
can.
already met my goal. So now what?
Not really. You're
I'm
single
supposed to
now.
go and find another one to wife me up and have more kids with? No, I already had my kids. I already got wifed up. I already got married.
So
What
she's on a
next?
path of no
I am
return.
happy.
She belongs to the
streets.
You can
Apparently.
say that.
I could belong to the streets. I could belong at home. I could belong wherever
of
the
course.
fuck I
Men and
want.
she's really so emotional. Like, she feels, I'm sure, she's telling us right now that she's happy, but the bitter truth is she's not happy. She's feeling pain. Even the way she speaks, she's saying, I can sleep at street. It's really, really so painful. Though she doesn't want to accept it. But the truth is, there is no woman who doesn't want to be in marriage. All of the ladies there, they all want to be married, just that they just fail. And some of them lose their relationships because they don't respect men. Men want to be respected. Men want to feel that he has you alone. He doesn't want to hear that you sleep with different men.
At
Men
the
are
end
not
of
the
the
same.
day, I sustain myself and I
My
don't have to
measure of
rely on
success
nobody
is
or no dick
a man's
to
measure.
make me happy.
A man's
Period.
measure of success is not, can I get married? Remember, we're the ones that choose who gets married. You're the one that chooses who gets sex. So I am the relationship maker. You are the sex maker. So what I'm saying is that that's not really an equal thing to try to say, because you keep trying to compare yourself to me as if we're equal and we're not. Men and
I'm
women are not the
saying
same
we're
at all.
equal. I'm
Why,
not
then
saying we're equal.
why'd you ask, are you in a marriage or relationship? Like, that doesn't have anything to
Because
do
I'm
with the
saying
question.
you're trying to down talk me for being single at 34
Yes,
when I'm
yes,
telling you I
yes.
already had kids and been married and it didn't work out. So what I'm saying is that I've reached a point in my life where I'm happy being sustained by myself. And I could fuck whoever the fuck I want and still provide for myself.
That means she's not happy. No woman wants to sleep out with different men. It's just the situation. But she's lying to us that she's happy. She's not happy. You can't be happy when you're sleeping out with different men.
And take care of my kids. So
You
What
weren't
are we saying
happy.
here?
Trust me.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
believe-
no,
yeah,
you're
What
happy.
determines her level of happiness?
It's cap.
Please
And,
tell me.
here's the thing. She's telling you that this is what I mean when I say girls give each other advice that perpetually keeps them single.
I'm just curious.
And you even said it yourself earlier. And she's giving you advice that's going to keep you single too.
That doesn't mean that I'm going to take it. I'm just curious as to how you guys figure that she
But you were
isn't
way
happy.
more receptive to what she said versus what we
I'm
told you.
receptive to what everyone's saying. I'm an
So-
open book. I'm just asking questions. I'm not like
All right,
necessarily
so
taking anybody's
raise
side.
your hand if you want to be single and alone at 50.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then.
You see, guys, no one raised That means what I've been telling you, that there is no woman who wants to be single. It's just, they just find in a position of being single, but if they get a chance, they use it. They can use it. So she has been lying to herself that she's happy being single. She's not. She wasn't happy, for real.
I just asked, how do you determine that she's not happy? What gives away the level of unhappy?
I can answer that because she attacked my job.
Ooh, dang, you holding on to that.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Here's the thing. I don't know if y'all have noticed, when a woman's in her masculine a lot, like she is right now, a woman can't be in her masculine energy and be happy.
Okay.
She can't, and she knows that. But you know, she's trying to deflect. Oh, well, you told me if you're in a relationship, if you're married. Well, that's not my goal. My goal is to have as many women as possible. I got a few.
Nobody's happy.
That's where guys. That's what guys typically want. Women want security. Men want a bunch of girls.
So do you feel like men at the end of like?
So let's
does
talk
that
about
ever
statistics
shift?
again. Are happy people happy every day? Is that what you're saying?
What
No.
I'm saying is that you are very in your masculine energy, and I know a woman cannot thrive and be happy in her masculine. And based on your life choices of you leaving your husband, etc., you put yourself in a position where you have 2 children and you have to be a mother and a father, and that puts you in your masculine energy, which has been shown throughout the podcast. So I already know that you're not happy because you have to be in masculine energy constantly.
What if I love being in my masculine energy?
You are.
That's a cope.
How do you know that?
Because,
in New York.
because women are not happy to be in their masculine energy.
Are you a woman?
Don't have to be.
Here's the thing. That's equivalent to me saying I'm happy in my feminine energy when I'm wearing heels.
No, I do agree.
That question is-
No, I'm not gonna
Women
lie.
are not happy in their masculine.
There's nothing like being soft and loved on and like
Who says I'm
someone
not
taking
soft and loved
care
on in
of.
certain moments,
Okay.
though?
That's what
Listen, nigga.
men don't like
You don't want
masculine women.
makeup on.
That's what he's
like,
saying.
You have a big ass. You want a good dress. Trust me, you are not in your like. You want to be feminine, right? So simple as that. So you don't want to be in your masculine.
A woman can't be in her masculine energy and be happy, just like a man can't be in his feminine energy and be happy. If he's being emasculated by his girl all the time, he's not happy, he's miserable, he's
That's a
pissed
fact.
off. Just like a woman that's in her masculine energy all the time, she's not happy. She'll cope and say, I'm happy, I can fuck whoever I want. That's not true, bro. Yes, you can fuck whoever you want, but you don't want to fuck those guys. You want the guy, and he doesn't want you back. That's the reality.
That's the bitter truth.
But women cope and say, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single because you don't qualify for the guy that you want because he doesn't want you back. That's like me as a guy saying, I haven't had sex in 2 years, but that's because I don't want none of these bitches. Stop lying. You can't get them. Same thing. A girl that can't get a relationship is like a guy that can't get laid.
Like
So
you
was there a
said,
point in your life?
It's the woman's job to retain the man, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
The man that she actually wants.
Okay, so my thing is that if I'm a female and I am literally blocking a guy constantly and he's still coming after me,
Did you miss the part I just said? A man that you want?
yeah, a man that I want, I'm constantly blocking
Women don't
him.
block guys that they want.
Yeah.
I do.
They
Why?
don't. What?
Why? Because I don't trust them.
So I have a question. Was there?
You don't want them.
So
Like, she hasn't gotten the man she wants because you can't block the man you want. Like, guys, we should leave the thing of convincing ourselves, the thing of having too much self-confidence. So I even broke them. You can't block the guy you want. You can't block the guy you want. Guys, let's be sincere. I would want to ask you then, either you're man or a woman. If you're man, can you block the woman you want? And you're a woman, can you block the man you want? That means the men she's blocking, she doesn't like them. Or she doesn't want them. That's why she's blocking them.
So I have a question.
I want him,
This
but
is
I
Coke on
want to
1,000.
trust him.
I do have a question though. Was there ever a
Okay.
time that you couldn't get the women that you felt like you wanted? Because you just said like men's goal is to fuck as many women as possible.
Yeah.
Did you ever experience a time in your life where that wasn't possible for you? So that may influence a little bit of what you're saying now.
Rejection is a part of the masculine experience.
But did it happen often? Is the question? Because some guys get rejected like less than others. I feel like.
Every guy
Gets
gets rejected
Yeah.
a significant amount. The guys that are best, the best in the world at picking up girls, only close 10% of the women they talk to. That's a 90% rejection rate.
Okay.
So you don't know that because you're a woman. Like women
I
rarely
don't
get
look
rejected.
into stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good piece of information to know.
So the part of the masculine experience is getting rejected, but girls rarely get rejected. So y'all don't understand, which is why women say nonsensical things like, "I can get any guy I want." Not really. You can get any guy you want for sex, but can you get them for a relationship? And the answer is probably no.
That's the hard part.
That's
If you really wanted the guy, you wouldn't block him. That's coping. Like this entire rant that you gave was coping.
It's toxic.
I wouldn't go that far.
I
I would
was
just say
waiting
it's
for that
coping.
word to come up.
It's coping. So it is what it is, bro. Like,
La tóxica.
We got some more chats here.
anyway, but yeah, if you want a guy to take you serious, you're not gonna have more value at 31 or 32 versus 30 years old now. But hey, if you
So do you suggest that women just go into dating like as they are? You don't think that there's a period, especially knowing that that gap is closing, you don't think that there's a period where a woman should really lock in and focus up, or like is
no,
that
because because a girl should get married and find a man when she's at her peak.
True.
18 to 24.
Oh, I missed the deadline.
That's exactly why you went back to your boyfriend.
oh shit?
That's why you went back to him.
Let's be honest. All the girls that found a man at that time, where they at now in their 30s, so.
Married with children.
The rates are.
Let's look at the statistics.
I would have to look at the statistics. That's the thing. I don't want to talk
Well,
on
in the United
something.
States, it's a clown world because here the divorce rate is high and women
Right,
are
I agree with
incentivized to initiate breakups. But if a girl is with a guy that she loves, admires, respects, and gets married young, that's the best chance of overall happiness for her. Women derive most of their happiness from children and family, not a career.
I agree with that.
So, I mean, if you know that most of your happiness is contingent upon a family, wouldn't it make sense to try to find a family when you have the most chance of getting said family, which is when you're younger?
It would make sense.
It's really, yeah. It's true.
I just think that this like dating culture here, especially in America, is so like that's probably why I have the mentality I have, like where I feel like you should definitely have like your mental right. Like you should definitely like try to align yourself as best as possible with the partner that you say you want to have. Like, but you know, you keep bringing up the point of you know, men's value, what men bring to the table and what women bring to the table. So that definitely makes sense. It's definitely a perspective changer. But I do still think like a part of it, like you can't be asking for something that is like so far out your reach either.
What do you mean by that?
Happens every day.
What do you mean by
She means
that?
like for example, like let's say you want a man that's successful. You should be somewhat on their path for yourself. I
Like
guess.
at
Well,
least
that's the whole
be able
purpose.
to have a good hold a good conversation with the man.
But that-
Like you can't be a complete fucking dummy like and then expect a guy that's
Stupid.
like
But it
super.
That doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily always correlate. Like making a lot of money doesn't always correlate with intelligence and the ability to be a critical thinker.
A man doesn't really care
Right,
how much
because
money
Warren
you
Buffett
make.
definitely said that in an interview. So I do agree with that as
Most
well.
women don't know their value. That's on period.
Wait, what?
Most women do not know their own value.
I would argue that most women overinflate their value.
I don't think so.
I
You don't think so?
I think
Look
so.
at all the side
I
pieces in the
agree.
NBA right now. Look at all the girls that are getting flown out just to have sex and not get nothing in return.
I mean,
There's so many
Those
of
guys
them.
have leverage. Those women don't.
But that's what I'm saying, though. They don't know their value.
They don't have
if
much
they
value.
knew
They're
their
with a
value,
man
they
that
wouldn't
has
agree to
status.
fly out to.
They're a dime a dozen.
I would argue what you just displayed is why women have overinflated sense of egos. You got average girls that can go ahead and get with extremely high top tier men off of Instagram. So if anything, it's skewed it where girls think that they're better than they really are.
Men also don't like masculine
above-average
women.
though that are
What was that?
getting. I know above average women though that are getting flown out and not getting anything in return.
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
but the point I'm trying to make is that average women have access to top tier guys. So in other words, women can easily punch out of their weight class.
But what I'm saying is above average women. I'm talking about the women that you're talking about, 18 to 24, have their own money, have their own jobs. They, you know, no kids, whatever you want to call it. That's above average. Those women are getting flown out and getting fucked for free. And
Yeah,
what
because
I'm
the men
saying
have more value than them.
But that's what I'm saying, though. A lot of those women don't know their value because look at the ones that they're wifing, the NBA stars. They're wifing a lot of women that are getting flown out and getting something in return. That's what I'm saying. A lot
I
of
don't
women,
understand your argument though.
My argument is that a lot of women don't know their value. You're saying that a lot of women overvalue themselves.
They do.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is I know
Ladies who know their values, they're like 40%, and the 60% they don't know their values. That's true. There are so many girls who are fucked for free. I didn't want to use that word, but
personally a lot of women that don't know their value. They undervalue themselves. So they're getting flown out and they're not getting nothing in return to these high paid men. But at the end of the day, these high paid men are wifing up and marrying girls that are not above average. That's what I'm saying.
That has
That makes
really
no
not much
sense.
to do with the conversation. I mean,
Exactly, because it's proving your point wrong.
oh,
Your point is that most women overvalue themselves, and that's not true.
they do.
Okay.
You can thank Instagram and social media, etc. Most women are very entitled and think they deserve top shelf men.
Yes, some girls are overvaluing themselves. I'm sorry to say this, but you find a woman saying, I want a guy who makes this kind of money. I want a guy who's tall. I want a guy who's very handsome. If you're not like this, don't bother to come to me. But if you look at the girl, she's not the type of a girl who could ask that. Yeah, I would agree with the guy that some women, they overvalue themselves. Some women, they even have limits of money. They say, if you don't make this amount of money, you're not qualified to be my man. Yet in a relationship, you don't need to set conditions. Like, love is not conditional or something like that. Love is respect, believing in each other, helping out each other. Like, I think for me, the best way could be respecting yourselves. Get a man who respects you. Get a man who can be there for you. Get a man who will support you in most of things, but not saying that if you can't make this amount, you can't be my man. Those are the girls overvaluing themselves. There are not too many, but still, if you go on Instagram, that's how you're going to know that some girls, they overvalue themselves.
When they don't necessarily qualify for said top shelf men.
Women think they deserve the best without doing the work for it.
It's called ego. And a lot of women
Like,
have it.
girls have way more ego than men do. I mean, the difference is that, I mean, look at you right now. You've had quite a bit of ego, right? You've come on the platform, been fairly disrespectful, right?
Not disrespectful at all.
I'm going to the bathroom.
You can say that, you know.
I'm going to the restroom.
And the reasons why you have the mannerisms you have is because you've been constantly reaffirmed that your behavior is acceptable, when in reality it's not, right? But you do that because women typically don't get told, hey, this is unacceptable, that's not cool, etc. And you've been fairly disrespectful during the podcast.
Yeah. What did I say that was disrespectful?
And here's the thing I'm trying to explain. I'm multimillionaire, successful, etc. And you're talking to me crazy. So I could only imagine how you would treat a regular guy.
Okay, but what I'm saying, what did I say that was disrespectful?
See,
She doesn't even
know.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know what she has been doing. She doesn't notice that she has been having a bad attitude. She doesn't notice that she has been shouting. Like, you know, it's also another story if someone doesn't know that they're doing something. That means they're used to it. So think about the husband she had. What was he going through? Guys, I'm not judging her, but to be sincere, I'm saying this according to the way I was raised in Africa. Because in Africa, we don't behave like her. We know how to respect people. We know how to say things in the right time. We know when to argue. We know when to say things. So that's why I'm saying that she has been having a bad attitude. Even the way she was acting, the way she was talking, it wasn't really making a good sense, for real.
Speaks volumes.
It's attitude.
It's my tone.
No, it was definitely attitude.
It's other things too. But again, I say all that as an example to show that even women that are older, that have kids in tow, failed marriage, etc., have egos. So if you have an ego like that with your status, what do you think the average girl has?
True.
Because from a from a sociology hierarchy standpoint, I'm way above you, and you're still talking to me crazy.
I'm trying to understand, what did I say that was so disrespectful?
The fact that you don't know is the problem.
But you're not even giving me one clue.
Watch his back.
That's my point.
Watch your back.
That's my point, that you have lived such a privileged life that you don't even know what disrespect is anymore, because it's that common to you.
My life is based on my choices, though. My life is based on my choices. It's not that I lived a privileged life. It's that I've given myself a privileged life. I've given myself the life that I have.
You missed everything I just said.
You keep referring to yourself.
Yeah.
Every single time.
I'm saying in general, women have egos. Okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you there.
Okay. So, and I'm saying that if your own behaviors show that you have an ego because you've been disrespectful on the podcast, etc. And the reason why you do it and you don't even know what you said that was disrespectful is because you've went through life without being checked a significant amount of times. And I'm telling you to your face, yes, you're a very masculine, disrespectful woman. That's the truth. Even other girls on the podcast have noticed it.
Because I disagree with your opinions, or
Facts.
because I disagree with
a reluctance to accept the truth.
Oh my God. She doesn't know. But think about it, if she was an African woman could know that, hey, I'm wrong. Here I'm right. We Africans, we always know when to say things. We don't talk like her because she's having too much ego. Sometimes too much ego is not good. It's good sometimes to be with ego, but Too much of anything is always bad, I'm telling you. As a woman, I think we should leave even egos for men, because it really looks so ugly to us. Man tells you something, you talk back, or you disrespect him. It's kind of, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying, guys.
Because it doesn't align with what you've experienced.
Okay.
That's what the issue is.
All right.
If I say a fact and you try to go ahead and say, well, that's an opinion, well, what?
Okay, well, I'm grown enough to apologize for coming across disrespectfully. I'm apologizing to you too, Tiffany. I apologize for
That's a good act. I love how that she's apologizing. That's a good part.
coming off disrespectful. My intention was never to disrespect anybody here on this show. So I apologize sincerely, wholeheartedly.
That's cool. I was just using it as an example.
I just wanted to display my opinion, and if it didn't agree with your opinion, you know.
Well, I stated facts, not necessarily an opinion.
So, like I said, I apologize if I came across disrespectful.
All right, cool. Accountability?
Yeah.
Okay.
Taking accountability.
For doing anything, I would want to talk to Motherland Queens. I want to give you some tips of how you can become someone's partner, or how someone can choose you to be his wife. First is love him unconditionally, accepting and supporting him. When you're in a dating process, you need to give him a reason to choose you as a wife. Number two, your emotional intelligence creates the state space for connection. Number three is your commitment to personal growth inspires your partner to self-improvement. Number four, share common values, goals, dreams, making your partner in a common sense. Your unwavering support and encouragement empowers him to chase his dreams. So, guys, those are some of the tips. Don't forget to respect your man. Respect him, make him feel like a king, compliment him, tell him that, babe, you're the best man I've ever met in this world. Like, make him feel like he's loved. Stop arguing with him. It's not a good sign. No man wants a woman who fights him every time. It's one of the key. Men have egos. If you massage his ego very well, it may lead to marriage. Yeah, so men always have reasons why they have to marry someone. They just don't come out of blue saying that I'm going to marry you. They always ask themselves that, when I marry her, when she shout at me, will she respect me? There are a lot of questions they ask themselves before they make that decision, because that's a big decision to make. So if you want to be the one, if you want him to choose you to be his wife, you have to know the tips I've listed down. Kindly don't be like Western ladies. Western ladies, they don't know how to handle men. That's why their men are running away from their country to our countries to find us, because we know how to handle a man. We know how to respect a man. We know that men are ahead. For us, we just have to follow the man. But in Western countries, they don't do that. So if you loved this video, kindly go to the comment section and you say foreign love. I love you guys. Whoever comments, whoever loves me, I love you too.